Live from the 301, live from the pot. I want to welcome my audience to episode number 223 of Curry in the Pot. I'm your guy, Mike Curry, and I'm back another episode, man. You missed last week's episode. Go check it out, man. We on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts from. Make sure you go like, comment, and subscribe, man. Really appreciate that. But it was a cool episode. My guy, J Manny, a.k.a. The Riz Man, a.k.a. Jalen, pulled up on this last week. Kenny and Brian was here last week, too. Brian here. He here today. But sitting right next to me, my right-hand man, my guy, Bink is back, man. Bink was good, bro.
What's up, man? I was questionable coming into today, but I ended up making it off the injury report, and now I'm here.
Hey, man, that's cool, man. Glad you're here. Glad you're here as always. And behind the lens, of course, we got my man James, a.k.a. Soundman, a.k.a. Omatic, whatever you want to call him. But we're here, man. So fan too, call him that too. But whatever you want to call him, but we're here, man. Another week. Week 9 started in the NFL last night. We're going to talk about the game that happened last night. Then we, touch on a little bit of week 8 stuff and then, preview week 9 and then talk some NBA because NBA is back. I want to say each team has played like 4 games.
Some teams played 5.
Yeah, some teams have played 5. So
it's 5-0.
I don't care about that, bro. that does not move me. Then of course we can shout out the Dodgers at the end of the episode. But let's get right into it, man. Last night we had I was going to say Green Bay Packers. New York Jets.
They might as well be the Green Bay Packers.
New York Jets defeated the Texans 21-13.
Now, somebody did say Mike McCarthy going to be their next head coach. I actually started laughing at that.
Fool. Chill out. But I had the pleasure of watching that entire game, and I'm not going to lie. Like most Thursday games, it was ugly. At the beginning. I
didn't watch it live, and Mike, he texted the group chat and was like, Malachi Corley, the rookie for the Jets, fumbled out of the back. He just said he fumbled in the end zone. So I'm thinking like he got the ball tapped out. I'll just check my phone real quick. That boy literally dropped the ball at the 1 yard line.
Because I was watching it live and
it was just multiple fumbles.
They had rooted a touchdown. Then I was like, I don't know why he broke the plane with the ball. Then they reviewed it. I'm like, bro, the ball is out. Before he even got 1 foot in, I said, bro, this could literally cost them the game. That's the whole thing I was thinking because the Jets, obviously they were, they lost 5 games in a row.
Yeah.
And so obviously they can't create margin. And that was an opportunity in that game for them to create margin, create it early. And then that happened. I was like, bruh, I got a bad feeling about this game. I was on the Jets, full disclosure. I did say I was leaning with them, but I ended up cashing out. Rome had me nicked. That's another story for another day. He had me nicked. I ended up getting off that game, but hit a little 3-leg SGP. But what were your impressions? 'Cause I know you weren't watching it live, but what did you think from what you did see?
I felt very vindicated off this fact that Garrett Wilson played like a man amongst boys last night.
That catch, which is a controversial catch. People are saying it wasn't really a catch. But oh my goodness.
But even his first touchdown early in the game, he beat press man coverage on Jalen Petrie and had a one-handed grab that he just ran into the end zone afterwards. Mm-hmm. It was just like, I know I said it on this show specifically that Garrett Wilson was the guy coming out of the 2022 class. And yeah, I'm just going to say I felt very vindicated with that statement last night.
I mean, it's a great class. When you have 2 Ohio State receivers up there. Shout out my guy Chris Olave.
George Pickens in that class.
George Pickens also in that class. Yeah, Jameson, Drake London, and then John Dotson. but overall, hell of a class. Garrett Wilson out there making plays. Devontae Adams also scored his first touchdown as a Jet last night.
The Texans' flaws are kind of showing right now, and I think it will. A lot of the flaws will be masked by the fact that like Nico Collins has been Stroud's go-to guy, especially on especially on like third downs or whatever. But this is like the second time in 3 weeks they faced a very a good pass rush when we talking about the Packers game and the Jets game last night, and this is the second time Stroud he was like 9 for 30 in the Packers game and like 11 for 31 last night. He just doesn't look right, and I do think I will attribute that a lot to Nico Collins, though.
Oh, 100%. I mean, when you're missing your go-to option, in an offense, your offense is going to definitely take a step back.
Especially with no Stephon Diggs last night.
For sure, 100%.
And for the rest of the season.
I know, obviously they have Tank Dell. Tank Dell had a good game last night. But
yeah, 6 for 120.
No one else outside of Tank Dell did anything. But yeah.
Besides Joe Mixon, who...
I'm talking about receivers. But yeah, Joe Mixon, he had a nice game. But yeah, you see these teams. Obviously, any team's going to look different. The Eagles, when they had that stretch without A.J. Brown, now with him back, we're like a completely different team. So Nico Collins... He's definitely outside of Joe Mixon, but obviously in the receiving game, he's the engine that makes this team go. So I'm looking forward to seeing him back on the field because he was going crazy to start the year.
Do they have a bye next week?
I'm not sure. You could fact check that.
I could literally fact check it right now.
But like I said, Nico Collins, he was on pace for like a historic season before he went down, and it really sucks to see. They don't have
a bye next week, but I know he was supposed to be on track to play next week against the Lions on Sunday Night Football.
Interesting. So I feel like that's probably a possibility, given they got extra rest. So I could see that. But they definitely need him back soon. Definitely need him back soon.
The offense looks totally different,
especially with Diggs being out for the season too.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, it was finally good to see the Jets get a win. And it wasn't pretty, but it doesn't always have to be pretty when you're winning the National Football League. But
at the end of the day, they need to win.
Yeah, at the end of the day, bottom line. They're not disqualified. They need to win.
They might have to run the table. They might not have to run the table, especially how weak the AFC been looking. But
yeah, for sure. But we can rewind real quick and backpedal to week 8.
Can I take the floor with this?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
As you see, this is for the YouTube guys. I'm wearing all black. I got a little button up. I just wanted to say I'm here for the Cowboys' funeral. Our season is over. That game last night, it wasn't like last Sunday, it wasn't even like any of the other the normal 49ers games where they come out and just control the pace and control the tempo. The Cowboys were winning this game at halftime.
They were. They were up 10-6
winning 10-6 at halftime. And the third quarter came, and that might have been the worst quarter of football I've seen us play this season. Even worse than the Saints games, even worse than the Lions game. That literally might be the worst quarter of football I've seen us play all season.
Worse than the Lions game?
Bro, we had 3 yards.
Worse than the Lions game's OC, because that game was never close.
But that specific quarter, we got beat, 23-0?
Yeah.
And we had 6 plays.
I mean,
it was horrible. I've actually never seen us play that bad. That was actually ridiculous. So, I just wanted to say the Cowboys season is over. I know Dak said this is a must-win this week. I mean, he had to say that. It's a must-win this week against Atlanta. And I don't got much to say about them. Donovan Wilson needs to get off the field. Not in terms of he's not a bad player, but the coaching staff has not been using him in the situation for him to win. He's not a covered guy, and George Kittle's ate us alive.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
it was national tight end then, though.
That was a ridiculous non-call on the PI.
No, it was.
Ridiculous non-call on the offensive PI, but there's neither here nor there. They did a little fake comeback attempt. CD got going. Hopefully they can carry us into Atlanta game. But yeah, I don't know. It's not much I can say about them right now.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about them when we talk about their game versus Atlanta this week.
Yeah, it's tough. Not that I know, but it seems tough to be a Cowboys fan. Let me just say that. But we can backpedal, like I said, talk more about week 8. Obviously, just drop some insight. But
there's something else I want to talk about, though.
Go ahead.
The Colts.
What about them? It's the Anthony Richardson situation.
This is the team I picked before the season to win the AFC South.
Yep,
and
you did.
The practice in drafting a project quarterback, a quarterback we know was a project that had less than 15 starts in college, and only giving him 10 starts in the NFL to try to figure something out. When I honestly think you have to go back and watch the film for this one. The boy was pressured at a 70% rate, and I know some of them is him manufacturing his own pressures. But the fact that you get pressured at a 70% rate, and they had 8 drops, 2 drops, which were 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I just feel like if there's any situation to bench him over, you could say you're benching him on him calling himself out the game. I'd rather you say that.
Yeah, I'm out of breath. I was tired.
That was ridiculous. However,
that's OC.
The whole practice of drafting a quarterback number 4 overall, this project guy that we all knew was a project guy, and only giving him 10 games is blasphemy to me.
Yeah, me and you were talking about this. I don't agree with it, but I understand it.
Yeah.
Because...
But...
Let me
I'm going to let you finish.
Let me get this point off. Because when you watch the Colts, When Joe Flacco was out there, they looked better. But obviously, it's weird because Joe Flacco is not a guy that's mobile. So like, what's going to happen when he gets pressured? But
they also lost to Jacksonville.
He also lost to Jacksonville, which is a bad team this year. And Doug Peterson probably will get fired at the end of the season. But their offense looked better when he was out there for whatever reason. But I just don't know exactly. Like, I think I get it. I think Shane Steichen believes that he's coaching for his job, even though what's his second year. But I guess in the grand scheme of things, and they're not out of the playoff hunt. You think that, okay, Joe Flacco's our guy. He'll at least get us to the playoffs. Now, will they do anything if they make the playoffs? Absolutely not. But, I mean, he has that to fall back on as a head coach.
That's my thing at the end of the day. You're not going to do anything if you make the playoffs. You might as well see what you got in Anthony Richardson. Make sure he's not the guy before you try to move on.
It's tough.
And here's my thing. The other thing is, as bad as Anthony Richardson has been as a passer, he gives him so much of a dynamic in the running game, especially with Jonathan Taylor there now. It's just that taking Joe Flacco out, that just kind of takes away that whole entire thing you got going on right there.
I agree with that.
So there is give and take.
Yeah, it's a tough situation. Like I said, I don't know if Shane Steichen feels pressured that he's coaching for his job, or
that's the only thing that can make sense.
Does he feel like he's losing the locker room, leaving Anthony Richardson out there?
Anthony Richardson said he ain't give me an explanation. He just told me he was going with Joe.
Yeah,
everything just seems weird.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird, stingy situation.
Because Michael Pittman said he found out from Twitter.
Yeah, that's wild.
And Josh Downs said he walked to the locker room and just found out.
Yeah, no, that's what I don't really want to spend too much more time in week 8. But
the Browns picked up a big one.
We gotta talk about that.
Oh my God, I know who else we gotta talk about.
What, Hail Mary?
Yeah.
We gotta talk about the Hail Mary. I can't not talk about the Hail Mary. What were your thoughts? I feel like you have quite a bit of thoughts about the Hail Mary.
It was a roller coaster ride of a game.
Yeah.
I will say that. Like, the Commanders came out and they straight up, let's be honest, they dominated the game for 40 minutes of it.
Mm-hmm.
They dominated the game for 40 minutes of it, and then the Bears finally started putting together drives. We seen Caleb actually looking good, like solid in the fourth quarter. He put together a couple of drives, and then we get the weird call to run it with a backup defensive lineman at the goal line. And that's really what lost in the game, if we want to be 100% honest. We get that weird call, but then even after that, Caleb still got another chance with the ball back, and he still led a touchdown drive after that. I mean, shout out Benjamin St. Juste for the PI on Keenan Allen for no reason, but
yeah,
they still had a touchdown drive after that. But at the end of the day, I will say this. The team that played better on that afternoon won, and that was the Commanders. They played a better game, although they couldn't score in the red zone.
Yeah, they got to clean that up.
They couldn't score in the red zone.
I understand that Jaden Daniels is obviously not 100%, but you have to find other ways to put up points in the red zone. Because they look, one-dimensional. It's like, all right, Jaden read option or bust. Like, that's what it looked like. And they can't run the read option right now. They don't want to get him hurt.
That's Cliff.
Chill, bro.
That's Cliff against a good defense.
Hey, Cliff called a good enough game for them to win, though.
I don't think he did.
I mean, it's debatable.
Here's my issue with the game. 5 for 15 on third down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what stood out to me. That was very bad. So I don't think we dominated the game because we left so many opportunities out there to convert. You don't convert 10 fucking third downs. That's insane.
Yeah.
5 for 15 is insane. I think we got lucky. But I do think overall, we did play the better game more so than the Bears did. But we got lucky to me. But the Hail Mary was beautiful, and I immediately bought the Jaden Daniels jersey once that shit got. I literally immediately happened. I was like, okay.
We gotta talk about the what's it, Tyreek Stevenson cat?
Stevenson.
We gotta talk about this cat.
That's the worst part about it.
But that's just
that moment is going to define his career.
Yeah, no, it definitely is.
That's the worst part about it.
Like that's gonna stick with them forever. Like, it's one thing to get beat on the end of a play, but like to be taunting the crowd and not even paying attention when the ball first got snapped.
That's not even a problem. It's a Hail Mary. You just got to get to your assignment.
Yeah, you just got to get to your assignment. And but that's something that will never, like, he's known for that now. Like, and that's not a thing to be known for, but like
Like, I don't want it to be one of those. Like, he's one of the better number 2 corners in the league. When we talk about it, so you don't want
he's cool.
You don't want that to, especially with a corner. That's one thing you don't want is your confidence to be shaken.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I know Cats probably won't look at him the same in that organization. I'm gonna say that. But shout out to the Hail Mary prayers were answered.
Yo, Tony Romo pissed me off after that game though. When he was talking about some Jaden Daniels, it's kind of like Patrick Mahomes. You never out of a game. I said okay. Okay.
Hey, shout out JD though, man. But let's hop back into week 9. Unless you got anything else you want to discuss on week 8.
Marvin Harrison, man.
Oh, MHJ.
That kid is
about
good.
The Cardinals in general.
That kid is good. The Cardinals are first in the NFC West right now.
Yeah, they are.
They picked up a big win against the Dolphins last week. They got a big game against the Bears this week. But it seems like it's like a little patented move to out route to Marvin Harrison when things go rough because they did the same thing in the San Fran game earlier this season. And then this is the second time it happened because he had a out route for a touchdown on Jalen Ramsey. He was just cooking Jalen Ramsey all day. I mean, seems like they finally found a way to use him.
Yeah, MHJ different, man. Shout out Ohio State receivers. Let's hop into week 9.
Yo, that was ridiculous.
Let's hop into week 9, man. 1 o'clock slate, man. Commanders Giants. Me and you talked about this off air. And you talk about the Giants. You think the Giants can make it close?
I think they can make it close. Like I said, I don't know if I have enough faith in them to pick them, but I genuinely think they can make it close, especially with the fact that the Giants have the most sacks in the league right now.
The D-line is tough,
Dexter Lawrence is probably my defense player of the year right now. He's actually ridiculous.
1-7 is tough.
I say he's playing like a man amongst boys. But it's just going to come down to can Daniel Jones punch it in against the Washington defense, which he was able to do 3 times the first time these teams played, but they didn't have a kicker. So that was really influenced that game. Now they have a kicker. It's like this game was close the last time. I don't see a reason why it shouldn't be close this time, especially a rookie quarterback going on the road. I mean, Jaden Daniels not no ordinary rookie, but
facts. But I think the game. I think it's going to be a close game because we know what Malik Neighbors did last time against Commanders. Yeah. So I honestly don't expect anything less.
I genuinely think this game is going to be close. Like I don't know.
I mean, the spread definitely indicates it being a close one. It's 4. Commanders are favored by 4.
I guess for the sake of prediction of being different, I will pick the Giants, but I'm not confident in that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be a close game. Simon, what you think, bro?
I don't have any true thoughts on it yet. I do think it's close. It's always close. I thought we were going to lose week, whatever, what was it, 2 when we played them. And we made it out of there. We covered as well. So, I mean, I know it's 4 in the Meadowlands. But, I mean, my whole thing with the Commanders are 0-6 in division last year. Let's just sweep everybody this year. So, give me the commies, bro. Let's scorch the earth. Let's be angry for getting swept. You know what I mean? We are the better team at this point. So, go in Meadowlands, get a win, man. I don't know.
I think the game might be kind of ugly.
About to take that Colin Cowherd angle. You know what it'd be like? Those teams off emotional wins, they never cover.
There's an emotional win, man. Obviously, emotional win, but I think the Commanders will win too. I think they'll win too. Let's get into it. Next game, AFC East showdown. We got the Bills taking on the Dolphins. What's the line? Bills laying 6.
As they should be.
Yeah, as they should be. Didn't the Bills smack them early?
They smacked them on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, they smoked them. Is that the game Tua got hurt?
Yeah, but he threw 2 interceptions before he got hurt.
Yeah,
it was nasty.
Yeah, I can't confidently pick the Dolphins. This team is bad.
Tyreek has not been able to. I don't know what the exact numbers are because I don't have them in my face, but I know Tyreek he's not fared well against Buffalo.
Yeah.
As a Miami Dolphin.
I remember seeing the stat. Before the first game, because people were taking his under and stuff like that, and I was just like, why? And I seen the numbers, and I was like, yeah, he's really not that good.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I think it's more of a Mike McDaniel thing more than the Tyreek Hill thing, but
yeah, I mean that's fair. I
think this is Josh Allen's MVP to lose.
You said Josh Allen's MVP to lose?
Yes, I think he might not be the front runner right now, but I think as we go deeper in the season, I think the Bills are going to be able to stack wins in their division as well. I think they could be right up there, probably a 2-3 seed. Josh Allen, they could give him the argument that he had no help for the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
they had to trade for Amari Cooper. I could definitely see He threw his first interception last year. That's very uncharacteristic of Josh Allen.
Yeah, he's been taking care of the football for sure.
I could definitely see a world where
Josh Allen is MVP. Yeah.
If I was a betting man, I might put money on it right now.
You are a betting man. Like a recreational one. But yeah, I gotta go with the Bills. I don't want to be like I don't want to be a guy that's like, yeah, well, the Dolphins haven't looked good, but it's like I haven't really gotten the chance to see their identity with Tua being out. Like, yeah, we saw it last year, but it's just like I don't really know what's going on with this team. They're kind of like all over the place, and the Bills.
They had to win last week.
And they had that game last week. The Bills, Bills have been very consistent this year. You know what I'm saying? They proved us all wrong last week. I thought the Seahawks were going to beat the Bills. Bills come out and smoke those guys on the road. So
that game was never close either.
Yeah, I can't. Now, will the Dolphins cover? Maybe, but I gotta take the Bills. I gotta take the Bills here.
You know what we got to talk about for Jalen's sake?
That's the next game.
For Jalen's sake, we got to talk about Ravens.
Broncos. Honestly, for Jalen's sake, since he's a Broncos fan, he should have wished that the Ravens did not lose last week.
Especially the way they lost.
Yeah, the way they lost, because now they're coming in pissed off. Not fat and happy. They're coming in pissed off, and then they immediately play the Bengals on Thursday. So they're going to try to get these Broncos out of here early. The spread's 9.5. Let's talk about it. I know we kind of talked about it off air.
Could be a big Derrick Henry day. I think it'd be a big Derrick Henry day.
Think so?
Yeah. It's weird because the way the Broncos play defense is they're just going to blitz you like the whole entire game. And we've seen even like Justin Herbert picked them apart. I know it was without Patrick Surtain for most of it, but he still picked them apart, especially with the blitz. And you can't really blitz a guy like Lamar Jackson, especially when you can't get out of control with your rush lanes or anything like that. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Vance Joseph tries to scheme for Todd Monken's offense. But at the end of the day, Baltimore has the better players. Baltimore has the better coach. I think they're going to win the game. They have the better quarterback by far.
For sure. Ravens also made a trade this week.
Yeah, they acquired
Deontay Johnson. What's your thoughts on that?
It doesn't move the needle for me per se.
Yeah,
I still believe though, if there's any year for Baltimore to strike and win, it would have to be this year.
I said it last year.
Buffalo's not at their strongest.
But they're still in striking distance, nevertheless.
Yeah, Buffalo's not at their strongest in my opinion. This Kansas City team is weird. Because this was about the time last year where I was saying Kansas City's still going to make the Super Bowl. And I'm kind of feeling that same feeling right now. But this Kansas City team's a little weird. But to be fair, they just ran the ball against Kansas City in the playoffs. They would be in the Super Bowl. But
yeah, no, that's facts.
I feel like this has to be the year. This has to be the year.
Because I feel like when you have Derrick Henry in your backfield, you're not going to just abandon the run.
This has to be the year.
You're not going to just abandon the run.
And Keaton Mitchell coming back soon.
Gus Edwards, we might abandon the run. We might forget to run the football. But we got Derrick Henry, bro. Like I said, I don't know if it was. I think I said this on the game. Derrick Henry's the last of the dying breed. Like we'll never see another Derrick Henry, and I don't believe so. The way multiple running backs are being used. I don't think we'll ever see this type of running back ever again, just the way it's set up. But we'll see, man. We'll see. But yeah, I like the Ravens this week. I like the Ravens to roll through these Broncos, especially because they lost last week. They're pissed off, bro. They're pissed off, and it's a team, AFC team too, and they probably want to show these guys. Broncos ain't this 5-3 that they currently hold right now. They not those guys.
That's in Baltimore.
Yeah. So they going and Lamar been resting this week too. Lamar ain't been practicing; he been resting. So you gonna get a well rested Lamar Jackson too. Yeah, good night.
Yo, never mind. I'm just looking at the Broncos schedule. It looks like they're 5-3 with wins over the Jets, Raiders, Panthers, and Saints, and they got the Buccaneers win, which is like I said, that's a really good win.
Yeah,
but Jets, Raiders, Panthers, and Saints.
Yeah, no, that's a legit win. Next game, Chargers at the Browns. Line is 1.5.
I like the Browns.
I was gonna say I like the Browns too.
I like the Browns. I think there's one way to have the Chargers defense. It is through the air. Jameis is going to sling the ball. We know that at the end of the day. He's going to sling the ball. Who knows who's going to catch it? It might be Cedric Tillman. It might be Derwin James. You don't know who's going to catch the ball. But I know that boy's going to take some chances. And, I like the Browns in this one, man. I think Nick Chubb finally gets back to looking like himself, too.
Yeah.
Looking better last week.
Yeah, I just think with the Browns, I said this on the Monday morning podcast, they have, I would say Jameis Winston is considered a competent quarterback. Deshaun Watson was looking like he didn't belong in National Football League. Yeah. Let's call it what it is. Get well soon, though. But, yeah, like Jameis looked comfortable out there. Like, he looked sharp. And I know the Ravens secondary is, trash, but he looked good. I think that's that bodes well for your confidence. That bodes well for morale, because I'm sure plenty of Browns players, like the Browns, their problem has never been talent. Mm-hmm. They've always had issues, finding consistency at the quarterback
especially
position.
Defensively. Is this a Ward playing this week?
I'm not sure.
I just know he had a head injury, and I swear he just keeps getting concussions.
He need to play with the Guardian camp, but I do lean Browns. You say you like the Browns this week?
Yeah, I think I'm rolling with the Browns.
For sure. I don't want to talk about this. Next game, Saints-Panthers.
Wait, what was the game? Oh, Saints-Panthers game you said you didn't want to talk about.
Saints-Panthers. Derek Carr's coming back.
Yeah. This could be a repeat of week one. I think the Saints should win this game.
Oh, for sure. No,
they're 100% going to win this game. I hope Bryce Young looks better for Bryce Young's sake. We could move on.
That's real.
I'm trying to even think of like an interesting angle. I can't even think of one. Chris Olave said he won't be playing with a Guardian cap. That's the only thing good to go.
I don't know. Chase, go get a sack, bro. Next game, Raiders-Bengals. Bengals laying 7. Are they going to finally put together their run? Is this where it starts?
It has to be. It has to be. Brian actually brought up an interesting point.
Shout out my guy B Bridge
to me. Building. He was calling Jamar Chase underrated. He said in his opinion,
under?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Because
I think he's properly rated.
He just says he doesn't. He just said he doesn't see him in like anybody's like top 4, and he says he thinks Jamar Chase is top 4 receiver.
No, I think he's top 4.
Oh, well, I know what you said.
I was top 2.
Okay. He did say he's top 2. He said only his receiver he's taking over him is Jefferson.
I don't hate the take.
I
don't hate it.
I just said I can't take him.
It's arguable.
I said I can't take Tyreek, and you know how I feel about A.J. Brown. And I said CD is arguable.
Yeah.
But those are the 3 for sure, my top 3.
Jamar Chase is...
He's one of them ones.
He
get the Raiders this week with no T. Higgins.
Jamar Chase be doing he really be doing I don't want to curse. I don't like curse on the pod, but he really be doing things on the field, bro. And I just not many people could do that. That's what I see. That's what I be saying. When he makes plays, I be like, not many people could do what he just did. Sometimes some of the plays he make be give me them prime Odell vibes. He just catch it and he gone.
He'll catch a pass, spin off a guy, and just accelerate.
Yeah,
next thing you know, it's 4 guys behind.
I'm like, bro, OC, bro. But no, Jamar Chase is tough. But yeah, I think this is the week the the Bengals have to put together their run. It's now or never, honestly. I know T. Higgins is banged up, may not play. I saw Zach Moss doubtful, but I think the Bengals should be able to go in. I think it's in Vegas and go in and beat the Raiders.
No, it's in
Cincinnati. Okay, yeah, I think they should still be able to go in.
They get back to back after this week against the Ravens and Chargers on the road, though.
Oh, well, you better start winning. Yeah. I might honestly take the Bengals to beat the Ravens on Thursday, too. I'm not going to hold you. But
T. Higgins would have to be back for me.
Yeah, no. If T. Higgins is back, yeah, that's a disclaimer. But
and they should have won the last time they played the Ravens.
I agree.
They should have won.
I totally agree. But yeah, I'm obviously taking Bengals this week. Next game, Cowboys at the Falcons. Falcons are favored by 3.5. I'm going to point out some injury news, and then I'm going to start with you. Michael Parsons ruled out. DeRon Bland ruled out. And Trayvon Diggs is battling through a small calf tear.
I don't know what happened to him.
They say
he's going to play.
But they're saying he's going to play. You talk to me. You're the Cowboys fan. What do they need to do to win? And do you think they'll win? Obviously, now you got all black. You said it's the funeral. But If you know,
If
obviously
they
you're
win.
you're not an oracle, so you don't know if they're going to win or not. But what do they need to do in order to win this game?
CeeDee Lamb needs to be involved early and often and throughout. The problem with CeeDee is we need to throw 20 passes. He needs to have 25 targets. I'm being so serious. He needs to have 20 targets. But the thing with CeeDee is he had like 13 catches. If you look at them, they're all in either the first quarter or the fourth quarter. It's never anything in the middle. I don't know what happens in the middle of the game.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I've definitely noticed that.
He goes very dormant, and when he goes dormant, the offense goes dormant.
When he goes dormant, he be like, yo, did CeeDee Lamb get hurt? Like, yo, like
on the sideline?
It makes you wonder, like, yeah. Like, you be thinking, did bro get hurt? Because, like, for whatever reason, he don't be getting involved in the middle of the game. It's so weird.
That's the only. I'm telling you, that's the only way we're gonna be able to move the ball. Because Atlanta, they don't have the best secondary.
Yeah.
And I really think they can take advantage through the air. However, we're gonna keep doing these first down runs to Ezekiel Elliott that gets 2 yards, and then we're already at 2nd and 8. Next thing you know, Dak gets sacked on second down. It's 3rd and 14. We're throwing up a jump ball to Jalen Tolbert on 3rd down. We got a punt now. Yeah. If we get into that game, we could possibly get blown out, but you know the Cowboys, they're going to do a fake comeback attempt. We're going to have 2 Jake Ferguson touchdowns.
Yo, bro really be calling the Cowboys games.
Final score is going to be 31-24. Dak pick to end the game.
Yo, I'm laughing because, like, I just, like,
I swear, if there's actually a sequence where it is a Zeke run on first down, Dak gets sacked by Grady Jarrett, and then a jump ball to Jalen Tolbert, I actually might cry. That's actually hilarious.
Prescott drops back and he is sacked. Matthew Judon, the former Patriot.
That pass is Dak last second effort. The pass is tipped by A.J. Terrell and picked off by Jesse Bates, and that'll do it. Valiant effort by the Cowboys. The comeback attempt is thwarted. For everything, I hope they prove me wrong. I think there is a way we win this game. However, the defense is going to have to come to play. And, we're down to our 5th and 6th edge rushers.
Yeah, that's bad. I think
Mozzie Smith, shout out Mr. 119 on 119. I've never actually seen like a player be last on a PFF joint when they showed up on Sunday Night Football. It literally said 119 on
Michigan, 119. Man, that hurt my soul. I was like, God damn, Mozzie.
I knew he wasn't that good. I knew he wasn't having that good of a year, but being dead last, bro.
Yeah. Both of you suck so far.
This might be his best year too. That's the worst part about it.
Chill.
He had a really good game against the Giants.
For prop reasons, I think Darnell Mooney should have a good game. Drake London too, but I think Darnell Mooney. Who's your 3rd string corner? Who's been playing in place of Deron Bland?
He's hurt too. Amani Oruwari, he just got put on IR.
I think Darnell Mooney going to the moon this week.
I really don't know who's going to be our other outside corner. Because shout out Jordan Lewis, but Jordan Lewis is slot corner.
Yeah.
Oh, who was playing corner? Is it going to be Andrew Booth again? That might be what it is.
Hey, yo. That don't sound good.
I'm going to say we're going to have 3 actual corners playing. Ew. Like Trayvon Diggs, low-key, like he has to play.
Oh, this game is
You talking about Patriots Titans?
Yes. Oh my God.
Yo, Drake May got +3 speed in Madden. He 89 speed quarterback.
Shout out to Saban.
I don't think he's clear concussion protocol though, so I don't know if he's playing.
Man, that sucks. Cause I actually like watching Drake May play. I'm not gonna lie. There's worse football to watch than Drake May playing quarterback. Like there's worse things you can watch. Like the Jets offense. I hope he played. I don't know if he cleared it. I guess
I don't know.
I guess we'll find out. I'm about to search.
Titans football is just
bro.
Yo, they was actually they was battling with the Lions.
I'm blown. They were
battling with the Lions.
They just got. Wow.
They got gutted on special teams.
Hold on. Guess who's calling, guys?
Bro.
Yo.
Look like they're having a good day, bro.
We're on the pod, man. What's good?
Ready to go. Week 9. We're winning this weekend all weekend. From Saturday to Sunday, back all the way to Thursday night again. We're not losing this week. We're to win.
Yo, this is hilarious, bro. He doesn't even know that we record, bro. Just call out the random like always.
Ready to go, man. We're here to win. The winning is in the air. I felt it. That's why I called. Hit me back when you're done recording, brother.
Say less. I got you, bro. But
Oh my god. We talking about Patriots Titans.
It's crazy. We were so bullish on the Titans this year.
At least I picked them to be last in the division. I talked them up though.
Drake May was first in the reps with quarterbacks during Friday's practice.
Shout out my guy.
Yeah, it looks like Drake May is going to play the surgeon.
All right, give me the Patriots then.
Nah, for sure. I do want to say, I know Calvin really had a great game last week. That's not happening.
He had a great quarter.
Yeah, it was like a hot first quarter.
6 for 128 in the first quarter. That was ridiculous.
Gonzalez is going to put an end to that. I gotta go look at his.
I have a Patriots fan. He's told me that Chris Gonzalez is gettable, and he gets got every game. So that's something. He is really good.
Nah, he definitely gettable.
Every corner in the NFL.
Yeah, you can say that for sure.
Getting got.
You're going against the best every week. Like you're definitely going to lose a rap. You're going to lose a rap here and there.
It's a nasty game though.
Yeah, nah, super. What's the under? What's the total?
That's one of those games when you have on red zone, they only cut to that during the scoring plays in the red zone opportunities.
Games, I'm not gonna lie. Total at 38.5. But the Titans are favorite by 3.5 at home. Next game, Bears Cardinals. I feel like this is an interesting game. 4-3 versus 4-4 in the desert. What's your vibes, man? What's your vibes on this one?
I want to say Chicago's going to win this game, and I think that's what I'm going to pick.
Yeah, I think so.
However, I would not be surprised if Arizona wins this. But I think Chicago's going to win strictly for the fact that like Arizona doesn't have not even saying that the Commanders have a dominant pass rush, but it's better than the Arizona's.
Yeah.
Like Arizona probably has one of the bottom 5 weakest pass rushes in the NFL. So they shouldn't get after Caleb. I'm not worried about Arizona's corners through the year either. So it's like,
you know what's bad? I don't mean to cut you off, but I cannot name 5 players on the Cardinals defense.
Yeah, it's that bleak. Jonathan Gannon just has those boys playing.
Yeah, the linebacker, Kaiser Way, I like him though. Buda Baker, yes. Yeah, Buda Baker for sure. But outside of that, I should say Kaiser Way and Buda Baker. I can't name any more guys on that defense.
Yeah,
but
it gets really bland over there.
Yeah, it does. But I lean with the Bears too. I just want to see their offense get off to a better start.
They was churning, and then they came to DC after a bye week and came out flat.
Yeah, it came out really completely flat. It was bad, but yeah, I want to see them. I want to see if they can start faster because you have to do that. Like I'm not trying to bring that I bet on this, but Caleb Williams, I bet his yards last weekend. I would have been shocked if it cashed. That's how bad their offense was. Like, and his yards was at 227 and a half, but I had the all 225 for like minus 120. But like, I never thought at all that it would cash. So that's what I mean by the offense has to get off to a better start. And I mean, their offense was boxed for real until that DeAndre Swift run. Like, their offense was completely shut down. So they're going to have to start fast, and they're going to have to get guys involved early and often, especially DJ Moore. I'm looking for him to have a bounce-back week. Whole team bounce-back game for the Bears if they want me to take them serious.
DeAndre Swift should be able to have his way, too.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Arizona, they give it up. Their run defense gives it up. I think they gave up a Raheem Mostert touchdown or two last week. But moving on, Jaguars at the Eagles. This game got flexed was the game that got flexed off Sunday night football. It was. I see the story. I understand. It's going to be Doug Peterson returning to Philly, where he has a statue, the Philly special statue. It's a very nice statue. But that was going to be the story if the Jaguars were kind of good, but they're not. They're terrible.
They just had to be decent.
Yeah, they had to be decent, and they suck.
They could literally still be 2-6. They just had to be an interesting 2-6.
Yeah,
not
facts.
even that.
Yeah, facts. But yeah, you got the Jags coming in here. Eagles laying 7.5. What's your thoughts?
Philly has kind of hit their stride offensively. We've seen it a little bit. I mean, since A.J. Brown's been back, the offense has been totally different than it was prior to A.J. Brown going down. And Jalen Hurts has stopped turning the ball over. Well, I feel like that was the bigger portion of it. Mm-hmm. And they back to tush pushing now.
Yeah.
Saquon getting down to the 1 now. Yeah. Now it's not DeAndre Swift and Kenneth Gainwell. It's Saquon Barkley down to the 1. It's actually ridiculous. But, Philly should come in here and dominate. Yeah. I feel like that's the bottom line.
Yeah, and they obviously
anything short of a 7-point win would be kind of disappointing.
I agree. I thought the Eagles would be
especially with Christian Kirk's now out. Is Brian? I don't even know if Brian Thomas Jr. playing this week.
Nah, he's out for a few weeks.
Christian Kirk?
I'm talking about Brian Thomas.
Yeah,
I think he's out for a few weeks. It's like a couple of weeks.
Who's the third receiver? Gabe Davis out too.
So Parker Washington?
Yeah.
Oh wow. And I feel like they got like somebody that I know of on their team, but maybe it was Parker Washington. But yeah, I expect the Eagles to win. They definitely should take care of business. Yeah, we can move on. NFC North showdown: Lions Packers.
This is a good one.
What's the this is a great game. 6-1 versus 6-2.
Jordan Love should play. However, I don't know how healthy he would be.
I feel like these two teams have like a couple of your guys.
They both do, yeah.
Yeah, like the Jordan Love, Jahmyr Gibbs,
Dontavian
Wicks.
He's still like one of the leaders in yards per route run. It's so crazy.
No, it's nasty.
Like he's supposed to be so good. He's supposed to be so much better than he is. He's just be dropping the ball. That's his only problem. He gets.
That's terrible though, because you're a wide receiver. That's your job.
Yeah.
So you're only doing half of your job.
Yeah.
And that gets some guys released.
I think there is a scenario in this game which the Lions come out fast, they come out early, they come out hungry, and we see a lot of Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery for the majority of this game. Like, especially because we know Jordan Love's my guy, but he is prone to making some mistakes. Jordan Love makes a mistake or two.
Roby, is he still a leader in picks?
I don't know, he didn't really play last week.
I think he's still a leader in picks.
That wouldn't surprise me. He got a lot of Brett Favre in him.
Got the Brett Favre mixed with the Rodgers, mixed with a little bit of himself.
It's not even mixed with the Rodgers. It's just Brett Favre. It's just him reincarnated.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there is a scenario where this game could get ugly. However, I do think LaFleur, especially with Jordan Love being gingerly will implement a game plan. You know, LaFleur is one of my guys, so I don't know how this game's gonna go. I picked the Lions, but that was before I knew that Jordan Love was like confirmed playing.
I like the Packers in this game, but I'm not 100% sure because obviously
this is a game I want to just watch.
Obviously Matt LaFleur, he comes from that Shanahan tree. They like to run the football, but the Lions' run defense is still good. It's still one of the best run defenses in the league. So I want to see it's kind of going to be like who can establish themselves first. I think we'll win the game. Who can establish themselves?
I think Detroit.
It'll be a true chess match game.
Yeah.
But I want to pick the Packers, but I just really don't know how it's going to go.
I think I'm rolling with the Lions.
For sure. Rams Seahawks. Interesting one here. 4-4 versus 3-4. I like the Rams, bro.
I also like the Rams. I know Puka, we see him on the screen right now, he's questionable. But I still like the Rams, especially with Cooper Kupp still being there. He should be able to have a day in Seattle secondary. Shout out Kyron as well. Stafford looks like himself with his guys back.
In there. And that was last Thursday. That was the last time we saw them. They got some rest too. So yeah.
Kenneth Walker though, I know I told you, but I was talking about him. This is crazy. My fault.
Cowboys defensive injuries. I forgot about DeMarcus Lawrence too.
We don't have anybody, but I was talking about Kenneth Walker. I kind of soft launched to take to Mike that I think he's like close to being the upper echelon, like the top 5 running back in the league. He didn't really do much last week against Buffalo, which kind of disappointed me, but I do think it could be a get-right game for him. We saw Aaron Jones kind of run all over this.
Aaron Jones did have a nice game against the Rams
defense.
I think it's going to be a hell of a game, though. I really do. But I think this is an opportunity for the Rams where they're like, all right, we're healthy. The 49ers aren't the 49ers. Seahawks been a cool story. Cardinals obviously top of the division right now, but I think that's all subject to change. But I think the Rams and the Seahawks should view it as well. But this is their opportunity. So I like the Rams this week. Y'all know that's like my third team.
Yo, that was a crazy stat that popped up on the screen. So the Cowboys were 32nd in red zone defensive percentage and 31st in red zone offensive percentage.
Yeah. Wow. Sunday Night Football. Colts at the Vikings. Listen. I think the Vikings. I think this is a bounce back game, and it has to be. They're coming off of 2 straight losses. Both games that they could have won too.
Yeah.
Both of those games were very winnable, especially that Lions game. Super winnable game. that they kind of just choked it at the end. But they have to get right. Obviously, they have the extra rest, extra time to prepare. But this is a game that they need to win. Colts, I can't really.
This is also a game the Colts need to win.
Them out. This is bro. Honestly, the argument can be made for both sides. I'm not gonna act like it can't be, but we're gonna see Joe Flacco in the mix.
It's just like and again, out of any defense you want to put, out of any defense you want to put Flacco out against, we talking about Brian Flores, one of the most creative blitzers in the NFL.
That's a fact.
This game could get ugly, bro.
This is true.
Where's the game at? In Minnesota?
Yes, it's in Minnesota.
Brian Flores was actually talking real highly of Anthony Richardson. He don't talk highly of a lot of quarterbacks.
No, he don't. He really don't. Last game of the slate, Buccaneers at Chiefs, Monday Night Football.
I'm not going to overthink this. The Chiefs will be the Chiefs. Even though I do think Tampa looked a little bit better than I expected them to last week.
Yeah,
but that was also against Atlanta.
Yeah.
That was also against Atlanta. The Chiefs will be the Chiefs. I think DeAndre Hopkins getting involved in the game plan a little bit more this week. I think we see more of him from the slot this week. Xavier Worthy might get a field stretch play. I mean, Travis Kelce's been looking like himself recently. He had his first touchdown, regular season touchdown in 13 games.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm not going to overthink this. Chiefs will be the Chiefs.
Yeah, I like the Chiefs here. And it's not that it's no reason to pick, but it kind of is. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Chiefs, even though I do believe they're teetering on a loss. I just don't think this will be the one.
So it's going to be Buffalo, bro.
I mean, that's fair. That's valid.
That's
going to be the Josh Allen MVP. Yeah, because they both up there in terms of MVP. He's there. Those two guys up there with Lamar, in terms of odds and stuff like that. But. Let's shift gears. Let's talk a little NBA, man.
My team is good in this. I like this one.
My team is good too. But yeah, NBA has kicked off. I kicked off last week when we talked, but every team has played at least 4 games. Some have played 5. My Lakers 3-2 right now, coming off 2 straight losses. Suns got their payback, and then they lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers on the road in Cleveland. But I think they'll be fine, man. Like I said, I told you guys before the season started, I said they're running real sets. They're running real plays. LeBron's usage is down. This is his lowest usage since being on the Lakers. So that's good. He probably feel like he could chill. And, the offense has been running through AD and, guys have been getting their shots. I do think that they're going to eventually have to make a move. But they will be better whenever Vanderbilt and whenever Christian Wood come back. They'll be better.
We'll get Malcolm Brogdon over there.
I would love that.
If he's healthy. That's Mark Health.
That's like the perfect fit. But we'll see. But your Celtics currently 4-1. That game versus the Pacers was crazy.
There was no reason we should have been in that game.
Yeah, no.
There was no reason we should have been in that game. I mean, Boston's being Boston right now. They shooting a lot of threes. Payne Pritchard had a big day a few games ago against Milwaukee.
Payne Pritchard gonna be the 6th man, bro. The way he playing, he gonna be the 6th man.
He had a big game. Tatum started off the season real hot. I know that's one thing though. When he sees a few of them go in, he starts hoisting them up.
No, he definitely did.
Hoisting them up. And it's sometimes I'm like, bro, you're 6'10". You're 6'10", 230, bro. Get to the rim.
Get to the cup. I feel like that's always been a thing, a knock on Tatum.
Yo, everybody's picking against this. This is ridiculous.
Hey, yo.
But, yeah. They're not this is the first time they haven't been number 1 in the East since literally, I think it was a year ago today.
Wow.
The
Cavs are 5-0, right?
Yeah. But the Cavs, I was talking about them on TikTok a little bit because before last week, I started doing just ranking the top 10 teams in basketball every week. I was like, the Cavs are 3-0, but they played the Raptors, Pistons, and Wizards.
Yeah.
Granted, they did it against the Knicks and the Lakers now.
Yeah.
But they got a big one against Orlando tonight. Speaking of Orlando, Paulo had 50.
Yeah, 50, and he's also out for a length of time. I forgot what the injury was, but they definitely shout out basketball cats. Everybody's in that chat. But they definitely talked about it. I gotta pull it up. What his injury was.
I know we're talking about injuries.
I think it was a quad.
Torn right oblique. Torn right oblique for Paulo. That's a blow because obviously you said the 50-point game, but before that he was looking like really sharp, really polished. Definitely looking like he's taking the next leap. But what were you about to add?
I was talking about a team who had the injury bug, bro. Have you seen New Orleans?
Yeah.
DeJounte was already out when we came over here the last time. Now, Herb Jones out. Trey Murphy was already out.
Yeah.
CJ McCollum's out.
Jordan Hawkins. It's time.
Man. What else happened in the NBA? Wemby had a 5x5 last night.
I saw that.
Coming off a game where he only had 9 points was crazy, though.
I thought it was 6.
Oh.
It was 6 against Chet. Maybe, like you said yesterday, maybe that's his kryptonite. But anything else standing out to you? I was going to say for me, I loved seeing LaMelo Ball back.
Yeah.
Bro, just like pulling, like he's playing like that Chino Hills, like that. He's literally playing like how he was playing in Chino Hills, and like it's refreshing and fun to see. Like he just having fun out there. He pulling up from 30, just pulling up from everywhere, throwing nice passes.
Speaking of another player,
like he just having fun out there, and that's cool to see.
Another player just playing free is Trae Young. Especially without DeJounte, he's just been the offense. I mean, the whole team runs through him. He's
got dropped off by the Wizards though.
Twice.
But
the second time he didn't really get dropped off. He had like 35.
He did have 35 and 14.
He's the system.
Yeah.
Similar. James Harden's also been a system for the Clippers. And it's been working out though. It's been working out. I'll be looking at them. I'll be like, yo, just imagine if they had like another player, like a two-way guy who actually plays games.
There you go.
Like,
that's true because they be having those guys. Yeah.
But the one thing that stood out to me though, big time, was the Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh yeah,
they're 1-4
Doc
right
Rivers
now.
coach basketball, and Darvin Ham's assistant coach. So, I mean,
they're 1-4 right now.
Get what you get.
They're 1-4.
Yes.
I didn't know they were 1-4, but I know Dame had like 6 points last night.
They lost to the Nets, they lost to the Celtics, and they lost to the Grizzlies. Ja had a triple-double too last night.
Yeah,
2 nights ago, whatever it was.
He had a triple-double.
Yeah, they was up by like 30 at the end. Yeah, it was actually horrible.
What do you think though? Because I saw I think Giannis, like people thinking Giannis maybe won out. Is he just saying that?
This is the same thing he said right before they traded for Dame. This is the same thing they said right before they traded for Drew Holiday. I feel like if there's any team to actually cave into the superstar and actually make a move, it is Milwaukee. We've seen them do in the past, like I said, with Drew Holiday and Dame.
What's the move to be made though?
Shoot, I don't know, because it's not even like you could trade Chris Middleton because he doesn't have any value
and
right now.
And they don't have young players. Yeah, they don't really
They're kind of stuck.
Yeah, they're not even kind of. They're stuck, bro. and they got Doc Rivers as their coach. Obviously you can fire him, But
my thing is with Giannis, like, they do listen to literally everything he says. Yeah. Like, because he wanted Adrian Griffin. They go 32-14 with Adrian Griffin. He says, I don't want him no more. Now he's gone. Now Doc Rivers is here. Now he wanted Dame. Like, they do everything the man wants. So, like, I don't understand how he could leave.
That's true.
That's my thing.
Yeah, not a lot of superstars get to, pretty much have your organization by the balls like that. But yeah, not good. Let's talk about another team who it's early, but I said they're going to regress, and that's the Denver Nuggets. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Jokic has been doing his thing, but when you make Jokic a scorer, when you say Jokic beat us scoring, their record isn't that good. You know what I'm saying? And he's leading the league in scoring right now, averaging 31 a game, and that's cool. But Russell Westbrook, I know he ended up having a bounce back game. I think it was that Nets game or whatever. But I mean, it's the freaking Nets.
They're 2-2 with losses to the Clippers and Thunder, and their wins are both in overtime against the Raptors and Nets.
Yeah, that's not good, bro. So what's going to happen? Like, they play the Timberwolves tonight, I believe. Mm-hmm. So what's going to happen when you start playing, comp, and then even teams in your conference that are better? Because I think the Rockets are better than the Raptors and Nets. What's another team in the West that's better than
Pelicans?
The Pelicans.
When they're healthy. Kings,
Lakers. Like, if you're struggling to beat the Raptors and the Nets, and like I said, it's early, but there are issues that are not going to just go away. Like, it's not. Those, like Jamal Murray,
they actually have wiggle room to make a trade. Like
You said they do or don't?
I think they have a little bit of wiggle room.
I mean, they would have to trade Murray or MPJ.
It'll have to be MPJ.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray has no value.
But you think? I mean, yeah, but I don't know.
What team is taking Jamal Murray on? We're not taking him.
But what's like?
I don't know what an MPJ trade looks like. I have to actually sit down and
either
draw it
because I feel like a team might be like, "Hey, yo, but what if his back mess up again?" Like,
it would have to be.
Teams are thinking that, bro. What if his back gives out? You know what I'm saying? And we just gave up assets to go get him. You know, obviously, I don't want that to happen to the man, but
that's the other thing.
Yeah, legitimate back issues coming into the league.
Picks at? Like, I was trying to make a trade for them. Actually, where are their picks at? I think their last first one. I mean, they drafted Daron Holmes. He's out for the season, unfortunately. Okay. But I'm just saying, like, I'm looking. They have a 2026 first, and it was like a 2028 first and a 2030 first, and that was it. So I'm trying to figure out where like all their first round picks go, because it's not like whoever they traded for, they're not keeping, obviously, because they're already gone. Their Orlando has the last of their first round picks this year for their Gordon trade. But
okay. Yeah, I just don't see a future pathway for the Nuggets. I mean, credit to them, they got their chip.
They got their ring, but it's like you still want to keep competing after you get a championship. You want to be a dynasty, but I just think
it's looking slow for them, bro.
Denver can be a dynasty.
This is the Russell Westbrook effect, bro, and he's gonna probably get scapegoated, but they have deeper issues.
Well, there's no way you can scapegoat him. Yeah. They don't like Jokic said. They don't have willing shooters. Yeah. They have guys who can shoot, but they don't have willing shooters. Christian Braun is probably one of the biggest players that we talk about, a guy who can shoot but is not a willing shooter. Yeah. And Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. are all willing shooters. Their shots just aren't falling right now. Mm-hmm. So there ain't much you could do about it.
Yeah.
The Pacers also look kind of rough. I know they beat Boston, but they were 1-3 before that.
Halliburton, not good. They're saying he's not good, bro. What's up? Yeah. What's up with him? Because he was a guy I stamped. Like, I liked him, but I don't know, bro.
He's an engine of an offense, but like he's not like a Trae Young level engine. He's not like a LaMelo Ball level engine. So you're seeing like a step down from him. You're seeing a step down from that, and it kind of is a little weird. They were able to make a deep run strictly off the fact that, let's face it, it was injuries last year. The Bucks were without Dame and Giannis for most of the series, and Chris Middleton was in and out the lineup. You had the Knicks, who didn't have OG Anunoby and Julius Randle at the time, and other pieces were going in and out of the lineup as well. So it's like let's call it what it is. I said they were really Atlanta Hawksy, and I truly believe that.
All right, I want to kind of talk about like some positivity. The Thunder. Mm-hmm. They're looking like, bro, they're gonna win like 65 games. It's given that, bro, and they're not even at full strength, but they looking like they about to just run through the comp. I'm trying to look up their win total right now, see if I can get it live. Might put some cheddar down on that. 58.5. Oh, that's a gift. That's a gift. Obviously, barring injury, but I think that's a gift. I think they'll win like 65 games.
Yeah, they're gonna be really good.
Yeah, like them boys.
I said that's the team I'm scared of.
This is the year, I think. If this is the year for them to come out of the West,
they have to. Because I don't even let's talk positivity. The Suns have been looking really good. They're 4-1.
Shout out to the Suns, man. Mike Budenholzer in there.
They're 4-1. They're another team actually running real sets.
Yeah, they got a point guard. Tyus Jones had 11 assists last night. They look sharp.
Who else is right now up there with them? Granted, we're 5 games into the season. The Warriors are up there with them. I'm taking the Thunder over the Warriors in the 7. The Rockets are up there with them. I'm taking the Thunder over the Rockets in the 7. So it's just like this has to be the year for the Thunder.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I do agree with what you're saying. Last thing I want to touch on, you know who's been looking good?
Who's that?
The Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, really.
They're 3-2 with wins over the Bucks, Grizzlies, and Magic. I don't think he's gonna sustain, but if we're talking about,
did y'all not play in that Bulls game?
No, he did.
Did he play?
Yeah, he did.
I feel like somebody didn't play.
Oh no, he didn't play.
So, okay, I
thought Marcus Smart didn't play. That was the game he shot 0 for 11.
Yo.
So he might as well not have played. But yeah, the Bulls are currently the 3rd seed in the East. We're 5 games into the season though, so
yeah.
We'll see how long this holds for.
Praying for health, man.
Yeah, I know Lonzo's out for. I think a week, injury? 10 days. They said 10 days at least.
Anything else you want to add to NBA or anything?
Nope.
All right, let me get us out of here. Shout out and congratulations to the LA Dodgers winning the World Series. I know I literally talked about it last week, and the series is over. But they got it done in 5. Got the Yankees out there in 5. Do want to say, as a Yankees fan, they had their opportunities, but I think the Dodgers played the cleaner series, and I think they made certain adjustments when it was trying to make certain adjustments. I think Aaron Boone, Yankees manager, could have made some better adjustments. In terms of pitching and the bullpen and maybe batting order. But hopefully they can re-sign Juan Soto, who's a free agent. He did say he's, open for business for all 30 teams in pro baseball. So we'll see what that looks like. But the only reason why I was upset, I'm going to say the main reason why I was upset that the Yankees lost, and because they blew a 5-run lead. But, baseball is not one of those sports where it's like a we'll be back next year thing. It's not like the NBA. Obviously, LeBron, won the Eastern Conference all those years. It's not a we'll be back sport. That was the first time the Yankees had made a World Series in 15 years. You were 4 years old. So, putting the context on it, like, that was a long time ago, bro.
Newly 4-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. So, putting the context on it, 15 years is a long time, bro. I can't wait 15 years. But that's why I was mainly upset, because it's like the Dodgers won the COVID World Series in 2020, but the Yankees haven't made the World Series since 2009. And, just want to say life was simpler in 2009. Like, I was entering my freshman year of high school. Like, simpler times. But before we get out of here, I do want to encourage everybody to vote, man. Your vote counts. I'm being serious this time. I'm being super serious. Like, everybody, please get out there and vote. Obviously, elections coming up, and go out there and exercise your right. Our ancestors died for this and all that. But yeah, go exercise your right and vote, and go out and get to those polls. And yeah, but I want to thank everybody for listening. Thank everybody for continued love and support. I'm your host. I'm your guy, Mike Curry. I'm signing out. Bink signing out. Salman signing out behind the lens. Episode number 223 is done. Peace.